Hi guys, I promise you guys I'm going to show you how I plant my herbs and vegetables. So this is how my little plantation here look like indoor. So this is a good video for those of you who are looking for ideas how to plant indoor, because not everybody has a garden. So I'm going to show you how I do mine. In fact, these vegetables I was looking is a bit sad because it was really running out of water. So I just fill up a little bit here, so it should do the job. So this is my own way of planting, and I'm using just water. So this is very good if you don't have garden. This is some onions. So what I do is that I just dry them like a day until the bottom is dry, and then I'm going to just soak this in the water. Actually, I cut this too thin. It's supposed to be this thick, so then it enable you to poke through with the toothpick. But this is too thin, so I'm going to either throw it away or put them in the water and see if anything happens. So if you have enough sunlight, this should grow in 2-3 days, and this is how it will look like. So this can be later transferred into soil, so I think I'll probably do that later on. You'll see how I do that. So you have to remove this toothpick and put them into the soil. Very easy to plant herbs is this kind of scallions. So scallion is really easy. So when you buy them from the supermarket, don't throw the base away. Soak them in water. In 2 or 3 days, they can grow like this high. And then every time when I want to use it, I just use the scissors to snip it, and then it will keep growing. So you don't have to really take care of it, as long as you have a window with have a lot of sunlight like the one that I have over there will do. So this one it will come back to alive again. I just put too little water yesterday, that's why it's look a little bit sad. And more scallion, because I am Asian, I use a lot of spring onion for cooking. So this is very good. Remember, just don't throw this away. And also garlic. I am planning to have a bed of garlic. So I have soaked this for a few days now. The root is starting to surface. What I did is I just soaked them in plain water. Just need to remove and refill new water every day. And you can see here, this is growing now. So these are almost ready to be transferred onto soil. Over here I have some carrots. As you can see, carrots, if you sit them in the water for too long, they will turn black underneath. So this is all ready to be transferred to the soil. So what you can do is that later, because you will not have carrots very soon. So actually these are actually greens that you can eat. And I'm trying to make a salad from this. I heard they said that this is very nutritious. So follow me up on this development. And this is leeks. Again, I didn't throw the base, so I just soaked them in the water. And you see, after 3 days, this has grown quite a lot. And then you really don't need to take care of them. Just soak them in water, and then I think now I should be able to transfer them over to soil. The same for celery. It doesn't grow any root yet, but as you can see from the top, it started to grow some green already. So you see this one, which is really quite thin, right? So you know the onions, it has the top and the bottom. This is the bottom. So it's starting to grow root now. So you can also transfer this into the soil. And for the chopped part of the onion, this is also edible. So I have soaked them in water. I use a toothpick to support it. And this is also ready to be transferred. You don't have to find big pot. I'm going to show you how I do that with very minimum space. And this is mint. I have actually bought a plant like this, and then what I do is that I just snip off the top part, which is growing high, tall. So you just need to use the scissors and cut them and transfer them over a glass and fill it with water. And you can see the root is already, right, already growing quite a lot. So this again will be ready to be transferred. So I think I probably want to transfer them, or you still, if you don't have soil or you don't have enough space, you can still plant them like this if you want. But I'm thinking of planting this outdoor. It's springtime, so soon we will need to have more vegetables later on. And like I said, you know, it's good if you have a garden, but it's not necessary. Over here I have some ginger. You guys know ginger, right? Ginger is something that I use very, very often. So what I do is I remove some part. This is actually, this part is actually the root that is coming out. So let me just show you a good example. So you can either soak this for a few days in the water if you like, if you find that the ginger is too dry. And I usually like to buy the smaller one because the bigger one is a waste, because in Sweden it goes by the kilo. So the smaller one, it has a lot of root. Here you have one, here you have one. So all these will start to grow, and you know, you eventually have more ginger later on. So I don't know why this is not focusing very well. So now, and as for the pot, these are actually from my older ginger. As you can see here, you see, it's starting to come out now. See? So what I did is I just soaked them in the water, and you will slowly see that it is growing out, and I will transfer this to root to the soil today. And also this is pak choy. I have a pak choy here. This has been growing for 3 days now, so looks very promising. And for the garlic, as you can see, I have already soaked them and the root is coming, so I'm going to split this, but I did an experiment before. Actually, these are those older garlic which started to, you know, turn green on the top part. So I transfer them over to a soil, and you can see the root is like growing like crazy. So this is able to plant later on in the spring. But I'm just testing this out, and I cut some leaves the other day just to taste it. It was really nice. So I think this could be a very good way for you to use very little garlic to plant a lot of garlics later on. And of course, you guys know farmers will soon have problem if they are not healthy from the COVID-19. So you want to make sure you have enough supply for garlic. And also here I have this is the mint. This is some vegetable that I bought. Usually in Sweden the vegetables are in this kind of form, this with a base, with soil, and with this holder. And then this is really good. This will keep the vegetable from moving upward against gravity. And it's also good because if you put them too near to the sun, it will the plant will find it's too hot, and then the vegetable will not grow so well. So keep the plastic bag and let them grow like this, like a glass house, you know, with the temperature inside. If it's too cold, it will not grow either. I have a basin here. I'm going to collect my soil outside. I probably do it inside because it's still cold outside. And I have some plastic cups here which you can use as a planting pot. So plastic is very good because it's much easier to remove them. You know, you just squeeze them and then push out the soil, compared to this kind of ceramic, and then you have to pull out everything. Sometimes you might destroy the plant. So I advise you keep the old one that you have collected earlier on and reuse them. And if you don't have that, you can always find this kind of plastic cup. I'm sure you have this at home somewhere around, so this can be a good source too. And if you don't have plastic cups like this, you can also use like a container, old container. This is a ice cream container. Instead of throwing away, use them instead. So let's go out and do some work. This has been outside for a few weeks now, and luckily it's not frozen, so I can still use it. This time of the year, it's kind of popular to buy soil, because this is where people like to start working in the garden. A packet like this, I think this is about $10-20, and this will last for the whole season for me, because I don't usually plant a lot, but who knows, maybe I will do that more often, or rather more this year, because of the COVID-19 situation. The supply is going to be so limited. So now I think I have enough. Just one more. Okay, so let's go in. As you can see, this is some ginger, so I'm going to replant them. So over here I have some glove with me. It's really important. Okay, I'm going to start off by putting the soil in the cup. I advise you to do this outdoor. Otherwise, your kitchen will be all messed up. As you can see, there are plenty of dirt everywhere. It took me about 15 minutes just to clean the area. The advantage of using soil is that you just need to water them 3 to 4 times a week. If you use water, you probably have to do this every day to change the water, because the water become very smelly after 2 days. I will temporarily put this garlic in the small cup and split them later. As for the ginger, I put them in a bigger bowl so that it could spread out. In 1 month time, I should be able to transfer all my plants into the garden. If you do not have a garden, you can always put them in some windows or in the balcony. Now let's get rid of the dirt on the outside of each cups. You notice I put aluminum foil on the tray. The reason why I do that is because I don't want my tray to be wet. And if you have tray that are mold or fungus, the plant can be affected. Now, the final step is to find a very sunny window and have the plant as close as possible. I'll keep you guys posted on its development. My advice for you is, since there is still herbs and vegetables around in the supermarket, buy them and do these steps. It is still not too late. You just need to remember not to throw any vegetables' roots away. Planting vegetables and herbs give me the security and peace of mind. Let me know what you think about this idea. I love to hear from you. If you are new here, please subscribe. with notification bell on so that you wouldn't miss my next video.